everybody, and welcome to the Parody Podcast show hosted by me, Rachel Evans, aka the Human Barbie, aka Margot Robbie Barbie lookalike. And in today's episode, we are on episode 6 of season 5. I want to bring you guys up to date on my gym training program, talk about my inspiration and the people in the fitness industry who I study, their workouts, I study their podcasts about being a bikini athlete and the coach, and inspirational people that I follow. In the second part of the podcast, I'll just talk generally about my Barbie body lifestyle and things going on in my life. Really are cool. Anyway, so the gym, I'm doing a 5-day split, which means I separate my workouts on muscle groups. So I will train shoulders twice a week, glutes, hams and quads twice a week, and then I'll do biceps and back. So without getting too techie, I am inspired by Coach Adam, who is a world-renowned bikini athlete and bodybuilding coach. He's got his own gym in Las Vegas, and one of his star athletes, bikini champion, Ashley Kaltwasser, she's someone I've been influenced by all of my bikini athlete years. And I used to use her fitness app. I used to do it for my home workouts, especially in the past when you couldn't get to the gym. So in the past, I've used Ashley's training program on the app for home workouts when I couldn't get to the gym. And as I got more seriously back into the fitness industry, I've always trained, guys, but being a bikini athlete is taking it to another level. So my training program at the moment is geared towards competing next year. Fingers crossed, I'll be in Masters Bikini. And there are very few, literally a handful of bikini master athletes in the bikini fitness category. So I will be posting gym and diet training updates. And so now we're in the second week of November. I'm now 52 kilos. So that's great. I got down after the cutting diet peak week before an event recently. I attended an event with my best friend Tara, Mally and Stevie Ritchie. So we all went to this event and he was hosting it and it was amazing. And he was helping me with my everyday, with my training and my diet. So Stevie was like my coach, really. Even though he's not a coach, he's amazing. And he's got his own body transformation, which I've briefly hinted about and talked about in the previous podcast. So anyway, in the meantime, we talk and he's really one of my biggest inspirations and I could not have done it without him. So he would say, come on, girl, you've got this, when it was cold or when I was tired and when I just didn't feel like going to the gym. So Stevie helped me push through my pain barrier so that I could push harder in the gym and lift heavier without risking injury. And I just want to say, I always give credit where it's due because it takes a team, it takes a village to get Rachel Barbie ready. Well, actually, it doesn't because I do it all myself. But the reason why I do things myself is I'm self-trained and I do all my own hair and makeup for photo shoots as the Human Barbie. And as a bikini athlete, I've got a team of people. I've got Anne Bikini Love, who's my bikini sponsor. So I'm now using the Tan Bombshell. And today's episode is sponsored by Bombshell Tan, who sent their self-tan mousse for my upcoming fitness photo shoot. So more about this amazing brand in the next episode. So I always like to credit people for helping me in whatever small or big way they do. So Stevie, thank you. He's amazing. He's always helping me get into the gym and do my training and push through and helping me with nutrition and staying on the cutting diet. So when I was preparing for the event, a recent red carpet event that we all attended and Stevie was hosting, I really struggled, but my mindset since then has got stronger because peak week can mess with your head. So basically, this is what I want to share with you guys. In the bikini fitness athlete world, we call peak week the final week before we get on stage or before we do a photo shoot or before we get red carpet ready. It's called peak week because it's the final week. Now, a lot of people don't really understand the implications of it. So I just want to explain what that means. When I'm training as a bikini athlete, I'll start training so that I'm like 3 or 6 months out from competing on stage in a show. So I've done this since 2013 and I'm always into fitness. So my weight won't go above a certain, maybe 56, 57 kilos. So I know I can lose the weight with the diet and then the cutting diet. And then the final 2 weeks is the critical point of getting stage ready. So if I refer to being bikini athlete stage ready, it means also that same process I use for getting photo shoot ready or event ready for the red carpet when I want to look tight and lean. Now, obviously, I'm Bikini Fitness, so we are kind of like the entry level for women in fitness in the bodybuilding industry. So as a Bikini Fitness athlete, I know how to train, not risk injury, and I know when to deplete. So I do a depletion carb diet, which means I'll rotate the carbs or cycle the carbs until I'm cutting. And I'll do a 2 weeks cutting diet where I'll be on high protein, moderate to low fats, and very negligible carbs. And that's what I did. So I got my weight down to 51.8 kilos for the event, and I looked very, very good, in my opinion. So I had to lose a lot of body fat and I had to lose weight, obviously, and then see my muscles. So now we're in November. I am doing the cutting diet still, but I'm cycling the carbs. So I'll have 2 high carb days, and then the remaining week I will have very low carbs, because I've learned as well that the lower my weight gets, I still need to have strength for training. So I'm sculpting my muscles, building them, especially my shoulders, my delts, not so much my triceps, my biceps, yeah, but mainly shoulders, get a nice shoulder cap, show my delts, and then also glutes, hams, and quads. And I don't train my abs because I don't need a six pack. I don't need to be too hard. My abs are very soft at the moment, but you can see my obliques. And of course, I want to be exactly like I was, if not better, than when I first competed in 2013. So it's a decade on and I still look just as good. Now, the reason why I say confidently I look just as good is because in the past I didn't. I put on weight, I was soft, I had no muscle, I was really not happy about where I was in my head, in my lifestyle. I was just kind of eating sugar, eating donuts, not getting obese, of course. So over the years, my weight has fluctuated, but it's always been a tiny margin of error, as I like to call it, because I know that I'm not suited to being heavy at all. It doesn't suit my frame. I'm an athlete and I'll always be an athlete. So bearing in mind, my background is track and cross country athlete, running for Team Great Britain as a teenager in cross country. And so entering the fitness industry in my mid 40s, my early 40s, it means that I have a background where I know that the mindset of an athlete, it's not just something that I'm going to do to get stage ready and then after a year I give it up. So I competed in 12 shows and I won one. And the thing is this, I do it as a lifestyle. And this is what Ashley Kaltwasser says. She says it's a fitness lifestyle. You have to love it and want to do it away from the cameras, away from the stage, and go to the gym early morning, late at night when you're exhausted or you don't feel like training, and putting the work in when nobody's watching. And that's what I do. And I think that's what I'm good at. But I hit a wall earlier this year where I'd lost my way a bit and I just didn't feel a motivation to really go hard in the gym and do the diet. And when we use the phrase go hard, we don't mean lifting heavy weights. We just mean the mindset of never giving up, keep pushing through the pain, because I do that on a daily basis. And Stevie helped me with that as well. Stevie Ritchie, my best mate, and Mal and Tara, they help me because, you know, they support me as a friend, best friend, and my dreams, like I support them and their dreams. But what it is you might have people around you who help you, but you might need that one person who can push you harder to get results that you really feel you couldn't just do on your own. So that's where I am now. We're in November. And I'm really grateful that I've pushed through the pain barrier. So now I've got a rhythm. So I will always reach out to Stevie if I'm feeling like I don't need to train today, I'm too tired. And he's like, come on, you've got this. And if I miss a workout, I'll do a double workout the next day. Obviously, for people who aren't in the fitness industry, it might sound like a lot, or it might sound like very selfish or focused. But the thing is, you have to be single-minded about your goals and your ambitions on the diet, nutrition, and gym training. You can't do it in half-hearted measures. And I was doing it in half-hearted measures before. So when you finally have it in your heart, your head, your mind, your body, soul, and spirit that you are going to compete, you train like an athlete every second of those workouts. You eat like an athlete every second of your eating meal plan. Of course, I do the meal prepping and I do intuitive eating, but not so much now. So I will have protein with salad and veg. I've cut the bread, cut the sugar. I don't really have a cheat meal. A cheat meal might be a burger with maybe sweet potato, but I haven't actually done that for a long time. So since August, I've probably had one cheat meal because I feel like I need to stay on the diet because it's just good for my overall health. I don't like having bad food in my body anymore. I've done that and it doesn't work for me. So now I'm 54. I aim to keep in the fitness industry and be a bikini athlete throughout my 50s. That's the goal. Sometimes people say, don't tell people your goals or ambition because the evil eye, people will put their kind of little evil eye on you. I don't care about that. So the people who inspire me, I always follow them and I follow their journey and I try and learn as much as I can as a bikini athlete. And just there's always something new to learn. That's what Ashley Kaltwasser said. She said she knows a lot about the industry. She's been in it for a long time. You know, she's won so many shows. She is a champion, but she's always got something she can learn. Yay. And there's always things you can learn because every year you get older, the diet might need to be tweaked or your training, you know. Now, in terms of the gym workouts that I'm doing, I'm sculpting right now. So I've got down to 52 kilos. I'm now focusing on my shoulders, delts. I want a nice shoulder cap and my delts, biceps. I'm doing a bit of back and I'm also doing my glutes, hams and quads. So I'll do shoulders twice a week and then compound moves from my back and biceps, and I'll train biceps once a week. So for my body frame, I'm very lean. I want to sculpt my shoulders and they're getting bigger. I'm really happy. And my glutes are nice and perky. They're small, but they're high. And I've lost a lot of cellulite at the back of my thighs. Obviously, every year it gets harder. You've got to build muscle, but I am a natural athlete and I will always remain a natural athlete. So it's always going to be harder for me to body sculpt, which means to grow the muscles and have shape. But I'm really happy with being 52 kilos because I can still strength train as long as I have enough carbs in my body. And I don't use pre-workout or creatine, but I'm probably going to phase that in November, December. And I obviously have protein shakes as well as chicken. I do turkey mince. I do a lot of greens, veg, salad, and I don't do a lot of bread or potato, but maybe once or twice a week I'll have a tiny bit of bread, but I just don't like it. So what works for me in the diet and training won't work for everyone. So you also have to know that when you're studying or learning about the fitness industry, you must apply the right kind of mindset and keep an open mind as to what will work for you, because there's no cookie cutter formula. One doesn't work for everyone. So in the gym, when I'm training, I get excited because I absolutely love the Stairmaster. It has really helped sculpt and shaped my body, my lower body. And I do half an hour. It's a killer. By 20 minutes, I'm dying. And the other day, I did a whole hour, and I've never in my life, even as a bikini athlete, since 2013, I've never been able to do an hour on the Stairmaster level 7. And you can see my muscles, because for those of you who are listening, I'm flexing. You can see my muscles, my shoulders, my biceps through my Skims pink neon orchid top. So have a mindset of excitement when you go to the gym, but even if you dread going to the gym and it's cold, it's wet, whatever, remember that after the first 5 to 10 minutes, you're going to feel the endorphins, you're going to feel like buzzing, and you're going to feel happy that you're doing it. And that really, really, it's like a massive surge of happy, feel good and powerful. You feel empowered when you're in the gym because you know you're doing it for yourself. You know, some people say the gym is selfish. I say, yeah, absolutely. But you know something? You inspire people from afar. When I talk on my podcast, it's so you can take the first step into fitness. And I want you to celebrate the independence and the power, the empowerment of being able to do it for yourself. Like, I've spoken to a lady recently. She's got 2 young boys and she's married. She's very clever, very highly educated woman. And she does a run every morning before work. And she said, being a wife and a mother is the main thing, but I still do things for myself. And she's a lovely lady and she's so inspirational. She looks amazing. She's about 38, and she says it's harder as you get older to be fit and stay fit. And I'm thinking, yep. But you know what? If you're an athlete or your kids are sporty, you'll always have the fitness lifestyle, which brings me to the next point. Ashley Kaltwasser said it's a fitness lifestyle we have. We don't just do it to get on stage. And I was listening on the train the other day going into a meeting in London, and I thought, you know what? I've got to say this in the podcast. Fitness is a lifestyle. And being consistent does not mean being perfect every day. It might mean going and having a bad workout, go to the gym feeling crap, or coming home and just feeling so empty. but knowing that the next day you're going to look back and go, I did it. I did something. I do that as well. So I missed 2 workouts this week. So I did a massive triple workout today. I did 2 hours in the gym. People say to me, how long do you spend in the gym? I'd like to clarify this. It's not how many hours you spend in the gym. I do supersets, which means I rest for like 10 seconds or 20 seconds between each set. So I do like 8 to 10 reps, medium weight. If it's a lower weight, I'll do medium weights because I'm now training as a bikini athlete. If I go heavy, I'll do 8 reps and I'll do 4 or 5 sets for each muscle group. So for me, it's not how long you're in the gym, it's what exercise you're doing and having a mind-muscle connection. Mind-muscle connection is one of the biggest things you can do. So say you've got music with your headphones. I wear my headphones in the gym. Every rep, every move that you do in the gym, think of the muscle that you're working and think of how it's engaging and listen to your body. And I love that part of training because it's like my safe space. It's like if I'm having a bad day, which I don't normally have a bad day, or if I've been in London around too many people, and I get anxiety in crowds, guys. So if I've been drained by being in London around the pollution and people, it drains the life out of me. So it really puts me on a downer. But I've learnt to overcome my anxiety and, just look, everyone's in the same situation. I don't think any person wants to be in that level of pollution and overcrowdedness in London, but we all have to get on with the day. So after that, I might get off the train, come home and think, oh my God, I've got to go to the gym now. I really don't want to do it. But when I'm in the gym, I feel like all of the debris and the cobwebs and the stress of the day just melts away with my sweat, literally. And then I'm just enjoying the moment and feeling in the moment in the gym. So I want you to allow yourself that privilege. It's not a privilege, you earn it. I want you to have that luxury. It's not even a luxury. I want you to have that feeling of empowerment where you do it for yourself, but you're also doing it for so many great reasons: to stay healthy throughout your life, to stay healthy for your kids, your husband, your partner, or just for yourself. Grow old gracefully or disgracefully. If you want to have treatments, I'm cool with that as well. As you know, guys, I love that. And even though I hardly do anything now because I've reached where I want to be, like I said on my TV this morning, I'm where I need to be. This is it. I've reached everything with my face. This is the face I'm going to maintain, hopefully, as I age. Now, the aging process. Here's the thing. In the gym, I look drained, grey, because I'm tired, yeah? But the next day, you're glowing. So remember, when you're doing the gym selfies, don't be too hard on yourself. You're supposed to look rough. Like I posted on Instagram today, a picture of my body. My face looks rough as hell. I don't have a lot of makeup on. And I try and have my lashes on though, because, I've got to have my lashes on. And I just thought, you know what? I don't care, because people know that on stage, I get judged from the neck downwards. From the neck downwards. Of course, they're going to look at your hair and your makeup, but they're judging from the neck downwards on the body composition, the muscle composition, the aesthetic side of being a bikini athlete. Which brings me to another point. Ashley Kaltwasser in the Bikini, what's it called? The podcast, Bikini and the Brain. Okay. So Coach Adam and Ashley Kaltwasser do a podcast called Bikini and the Brain, and I listen to it, I study it, and I listen multiple times to each podcast, especially when I'm on the train or if I'm in the gym. And some of the key points that she said was fitness is a lifestyle, which we've just covered. So the aging process will hit your face. So as I've lost body fat, my face looked a bit drawn and skinny, but I don't mind because I kind of lost that double chin that I used to have. I have to be okay with a certain level of aging because I don't want to look 20 or 25. I just want to look good for my age. And if I look 10 years younger, that's fantastic. When I'm in my bodycon Skims dress on the red carpet like the other night, people are saying, my God, you've got the body. You look like 28, and for me, I don't do it so I can look like I'm in my 20s. I do it so that I look the best version of myself. So always have in mind your goals, your fitness goals. So for me, it's being a bikini athlete so I can get stage ready for next year and obviously get photo shoot ready and event ready. If you're a person who's not competing and you're in the fitness industry, brilliant. You've got your own reasons to do it. So find the motivation and the right reason to do what you want to do. Always remember the goals and the reasons why you want to do the training. You might just want to feel good. You might just want to lose a bit of weight if you're a mum, or you might just be into the sports and fitness lifestyle and you want to feel the endorphins. You want to feel good because you're sporty and athletic. Let me have another drink of my drink. Guys, this podcast isn't perfect. I've had to cut out a lot, but I'm a bit brain fogged, to be honest. I'm just going to be brutally honest with you guys. I tried to do the podcast over again twice. I'm like, my God, why am I bothered? So I've had to sort of wait till my energy gets up. I've got a diet soda here and I've made loads of mistakes, which I can cut out because I'm editing on Riverside. Thank you, Riverside, not sponsored. But you know something? Here's the thing. It's not about perfection. I've set my lights up, but I can see shadows on my lower face. And I'm like, oh my God, just do it, Rach. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm never going to look perfect unless I'm in the studios, TV studios with all that expensive lighting. I just want to communicate on a relatable level to you guys that you can do what I'm doing if you want to. And if you don't want to do it on my level, bikini athlete level, you can take what I do and say, okay, what's the takeaway from listening to Rachel's podcast? It's I'll take the first step into the gym, or I will cut out sugar from my diet, or I will drink more water, or I will go to the gym and do some cardio so I get the endorphins and feel good about my day when I'm at work and I'm stressed. Whatever benefit you or the takeaway that you have from me being an inspiration to you, that makes me really happy. And that's why I do it. This is why I do the podcast, because people who listen or watch what I'm doing, even if they watch a post and not listen to the podcast, I'm reaching people to help them. And that's what it's all about for me, because I know the struggle. I'm on my own. I know the struggle, and I know how hard it is to stay motivated as we get older and as our working commitments tie us down and weigh us down. And listen, we live in a country where there's hardly any sun and there's no beaches or hardly any beaches. So the fitness lifestyle gives us this kind of ability to feel that we're in a healthy environment. So a lot of the people who follow my journey are the ex-athletes from 2013, 2014, 2015. And, they probably, thinking, there she is, there's Rach doing her training, good for you. And they're always there in the background, even though we don't see each other. I think I saw a lot of my athlete friends in Body Power 2013, which is where I was like a star athlete, I just won a show. And I was one of the top masters bikini athletes in the UK, 2013. And I was at Body Power and I had the best time ever. And I really want to get back there, and I'm on target to do that. So I have to take the first step. I have to take baby steps, and I have to go full tilt into it and do it properly. Going through the pain barrier, doing the diet, cutting when you're hungry and you're tired and you can barely get out of bed to go to work or do filming. Do you know that kind of push through the pain barrier? I love it. I love it so much because it gives you a mental strength that feels very, very empowering. So guys, I'm coming to the end of the podcast, so I'll just talk for a little bit about my lifestyle update. So we're in November. I'm 52 kilos. I'm very happy in my life. I'm still single, but I think it's okay to allow friends to be in the background of your life rather than like co-stars in your life, because you must always be the star of your own lifestyle and your own journey. And sometimes when you're with people who don't share certain things in common, it can make you have to dim your light. And I want to say this, no matter how much you love your friends or whatever, if you have to dim your light because they don't like it, if you get attention, or if they don't understand what you do, then just cut away from being so regularly in their life as a friend. And that's really where I am right now, because I've outgrown friendships in the past because they no longer served me or I no longer served them. And I also feel like certain friendships, I no longer am able to serve them as a friend because the friendship has gone stale or the candle's just blown up. So that's where I am right now. And I've got new friends. Well, I've got friends who are becoming more of my best friends, and they're really on the same page with me. So, something, it's okay in relationships to cut away from kind of relationships or friendships that are going dusty. And obviously I'm still single and I can have fun if I want it. But you know what? In the gym, I'm like, that's my focus. I'm married to the gym. But having friends who are also married to the gym gives me a real feeling of love. And that's where I am. I'm kind of sharing the love with my best friends who work out and they're into their own body transformation and things like that. And they're really motivated. Because guys, remember when I did the documentaries, for those of you who followed my journey, I starred in OMG, My Barbie Body, Channel 4 in I can't remember the year. Was it 2017? And that's when everything snowballed and I was in the press, and then I did more TV. So I had a guy I was going out with then who I thought was my Ken. And then before we finished filming, he dumped me. And then years later, I was with another guy who was in the fitness industry who had been my friend for years at a distance. I said, "Oh, I've met my Ken." And then when the articles were coming out, we broke up. It was me. I broke up. But also, something, Barbie on the search for Ken. Yes, of course I am. I'll always be on the search for Ken, but I'm not looking. And there's a difference. This Barbie will find her Ken one day, and he will be a best friend, and it will turn into romance. And I think that's what's going to happen. And I know it will. I think that some of your friends in life are there for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. But I always say my friends are there for a lifetime. But in the past relationships that I'm looking at, they are there for a reason and a season, probably not a lifetime. So talking about relationships and friendships, I just want to say, remember, it's absolutely okay. We're in 2024. It's okay to cut away from relationships that don't serve you, or if you feel you've got nothing to give them, because there's give and take in any relationship. But if you feel drained by someone's energy because you don't have certain key things in common, I think it's best to cut away, because you might have other things in common, but you've still got to be like very, very prudent and realistic about how the friendship will last or stand the test of time. And I just think some friendships just end naturally, like the candle's blown out, and then other people enter your life. That's where I am right now, guys. And the podcast for 2025 it's going to be leveling up. I'm going to have studio guests on Riverside Studio. They're going to be with me on camera, and we're going to be talking inspirational stuff for you guys. So I'm just on the diet and fitness right now as we're approaching the end of the year. So if you stick with the podcast, you're going to get a lot of lovely surprises for 2025. And guys, guess what? I hope that you can take your first step into fitness, or I hope that I've inspired you to stay into fitness. Keep going, make mistakes. You're not going to have every day as a great workout, but I promise you, be consistent. Just turn up and just do it. So thank you for listening to the Parody Podcast show hosted by me, Rachel Evans, aka the Human Barbie, aka Margot Robbie Barbie lookalike. And I'm sending you big Barbie love and hugs. And I'm over and out. Thank you, guys. Love you. Bye.